Alright, what's up everyone? Master here. We're week 4 of the Sandbox Draft League. I'm the coach of your Greninja Warriors. We're going up against Tiny Bit Gaming and the Nova Scotia Scyther. So we're gonna have a look at their team real quick before we get into the game. So they've got Drifloon, Grookey, Poipole, Amora, Lavesta, Impidimp, Pichu, Centralola, Jangmo-O, Ralts, and Wooloo. So what do we see here? We see like two modes they could go with here. There's the Grookey Drifloon Unburden mode. And then there is also the there's a Hail mode because there's an Amora and there's an Alolan Sentry. So what we have to also consider is stuff like Lavesta. Lavesta's got a pretty solid base attack, could do like a fair bit of damage to us. And Ralt as well, because Ralt with like Life Orb Moonblast actually still does like a fair bit to Scraggy. We're bringing Scraggy, of course, because it's fucking Scraggy. And I feel like Scraggy works well into the matchup. Speaking of which, we can just go into the team real quick. I'm gonna quickly type the code into our opponent and we'll start searching. So while we're doing that, we can go over our team. We have Eevee like Growlithe with Roar, because Roar's for stuff like the Drifloon. Because if we Roar like a Grassy Seed boost, it loses its speed boost, it loses its defense boost, everyone wins. And then the 3 attacks just kind of deal with like everything else. Emphasize a bit on attack just to make sure we sort of pick up the KOs, otherwise it's just the HP and the natural sort of bulk. We've got a bit of special defense bulk just to help us deal with like the Drifloon a little better. Next is we got Scraggy. Scraggy the just got our Roselli Berry, just dual stab, fake out, protect. This is a bit of special defense, just sort of helping some kind of deal with the funnily enough, like the Rod's a bit so we're not just completely one hit KO'd by it. Togepi, we've got a bit of offense on it. We've got Follow Me and Berry, just to help take the Alola Sandshrew hit. We can KO it back with a Flamethrower as well, if necessary. And then we got Scarf Cufant because I thought that was funny. Oh yeah, we made a trade. We don't have Skorupi anymore. We have Alola Diglett. Alola Diglett is just 3 attacks protect. I'll let the other player decide the rules because I don't have Series 10 rules. And then we got Banded Azurill because I thought Azurill was pretty fun last week. So let's bring it again. And just let it have a bit of fun, you know. It's all we really want. It's alright. Let's get rid of that. Here we go. Game is up here. So it should be good. We're 0-3, but that's not gonna get us down. Like, we haven't played draft in what feels like forever. We don't even play a lot of EGC anymore. That also feels like it's forever ago. But we're in here. It's a fun little experience. We get to play with some babbies, so stuff that we basically never get to use. So it's just going to be one of those things where we sort of enjoy ourselves and we take our wins and our losses as we go going forward. That's basically my motivation and thought process going into these future weeks. So I'll probably be a bit lazy on calcs just because we're not going to be super sweating it. We're just gonna go out and rock it. We'll obviously EV for some like key stuff because we want to avoid getting like completely stopped. But other than that, we're just gonna go and just try and enjoy ourselves. Bring some stupid shit. So here we are. Good luck, have fun to Tiny Gambit King. And let's see. No hail. But there's that, what's it called? The terrain stuff. With, Impidimp and Poipole and stuff. So, I'm pretty happy to lead, like, Growlithe Diglett. Seems pretty fine to lead. I think Scraggy and Togepi as the last two. They brought Pichu that I'm pretty surprised about. I don't think I had any, like, super threatening electric types. But I guess it's, like, a second Fake Out mon. Because, like, a lot of the mons on that squad have a Fake Out. So, I guess having that as a third option, I suppose, isn't too bad. So we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna get ourselves into. Because we're gonna slowly be making trades because there's just like little things on our draft that we're just not using. And we can kind of just make it a little better, you know? Okay, so there's the Impidimp, there's the Drifloon. So the Intimidate off is gonna be nice. Diglett isn't super afraid of too much here. I'm kind of happy to just crunch the Drifloon. And I guess protect Diglett for turn 1. Even though, like, I'm not, like, super afraid of it. We can avoid, like, a Fake Out Will-O-Wisp. Which is, like, would be nice because this is going to be dealing, like, a fair bit of damage. Okay, so it's a protect on the Drifloon. So that's cool to sort of, like, suss that out. There's a Fake Out. Yeah, it was on the Diglett. Maybe try to break Sash, so we can play the game before preserving Focus Sash, so that is fine. And it's the Flame Orb variant. Okay, so it's on the Alberta one, it's the Flare Boost. Which is why we have that special defense on the Growlithe. I'm kind of just going to go in for the double of the Drifloon. I'm not super worried of the Impidimp. The Impidimp can, like, T-Wave and stuff, that's a bit annoying. But I think long term we can deal with that. Growlithe isn't, like, the fastest thing. It's got a bit of bulk, it's got that Eviolite. So we don't mind if that cops a Thunder Wave. And, Sucker Punch will still just be, like, our strongest bit of damage. Oh, there's a substitute there, that's a good switch. Into Grookey, yeah, that's a smart switch. In hindsight, probably should have Iron-Headed there. Don't know why we suck it. Pretty bad play, because we're gonna be faster than everything anyway. Because they're not gonna have a terrain boost, like, ever. But I think we might swap Diglett out. I think Diglett will still be pretty handy going forward. That did a lot of damage, and that's a defense drop. We might... Now I kind of want to stay in. But I know it's not the right decision to stay in with the, with Diglett here. So, I think... what is in the back? What could be in the back? Poipole, Pichu, Jangmo. Yeah, Diglett is probably going to be very handy against that Poipole. I'm going to want to hang on to that. So we can try and kill the Grookey and go on a Scraggy here. Oh. We can go Togepi here, actually. I think Togepi in here is perfectly fine. I think we could preserve Scraggy a bit. We could preserve that Roselli Berry in case that Impidimp wants to go for, like, any sort of fairy move, which it can do. Grookey's got that Drain Punch. Okay, so it's a good thing we did go into the Togepi there, because otherwise it would have healed back a little bit too much health there from the Scraggy. Despite throwing off a second Intimidate on it. There's the Dark Pulse on the Growlithe. That's gonna do actually a fair bit. And we do get the Flare Blitz off. So that means the Grookey's going down. And I guess right there we can see what the Impidimp wants to do in terms of, like, going forward. Because we see Fake Out T-Wave Dark Pulse. Surely there has to be a fairy move, like, there. Like, that's gotta be the fourth move on it. Because otherwise, that just loses to Scraggy. Despite resisting our dual stab. It is Poipole fourth. Okay. So what I want to do, I am not 100% sure on what exactly I want to do here. How important is Growlithe? Not very. At the moment, I think with the Grookey gone, I'm pretty cool just with, like, sending it into the Impidimp. And I think with the Togepi, I'm almost cool firing off a double attack, to be honest. I think that is fine. I think that is okay. Okay, so last move is Fake Tears. So we know that there's no Fairy move on the Impidimp. So that will be handy. Just a double into the Growlithe, that's fine. That'll allow us to get Diglett back in, pretty safely. Could be an issue if the Poipole is Scarf. That was a crit on Poipole. Okay, I don't think that's Scarfed. I think that's probably Eviolite, which probably makes sense. But it's got that Beast Boost off, so now it's starting to get, like, pretty threatening now. Do I just go Diglett and threaten kill? I think I do. Because Diglett should outspeed Poipole. That's the number we've looked to speed creep. With the Jolly nature. And we can Tantrum it. And I think the correct thing to do here, I think it's just Gleam again. I think that should be fine. Impidimp, I don't think really threatens Diglett too much. The Dark Pulse will do a fair bit of damage. But I'm thinking ideally with the Gleam chip, plus everything else, like, it should end up being fine. So yeah, that's a good little hit of damage on the Poipole. It's probably going into the Togepi. Togepi's probably dying. That's okay. That's not really, like, too much of an issue. So we'll live with that. Grassy Train takes us back to almost full. And now we bring in... We've got Scraggy lurking in the wings. So, with Scraggy and Diglett, like, the game's still winnable, but, like, it's also losable at the same time. So we know that Impidimp can't really, like, protect or anything. We haven't seen much from the Poipole. We just know the Poipole's not Scarfed. So is this a turn where we can Iron Head the Impidimp and, like, look to fake out the Poipole? Yeah, okay. I figured that might happen. That's okay. Because it could fake tears one of us. Yeah, that's probably, like, the most they probably could have got out of that turn. But Diglett should be faster than everything else that's on the board, so we should be able to just take out the Poipole this coming turn. And Scraggy should be... Oh, hang on. Poipole's looking, like, pretty surprisingly healthy. I maybe look to double in, but I don't know. If the Poipole gets a double, I do think we lose. Like, I do think we just straight lose. However, we're still gonna go for the Tantrum on it. I think we're just gonna throw a Crunch out on. I think we'll also throw a Crunch out the Poipole's way as well. Because that way, if it doesn't pick up, like, the double definitely does. But the Tantrum should pick up. Yeah, there it is. Drifloon's tricking. Oh, that's probably a trick onto the Scraggy. Yeah. Well, they've got my Rotelli Berry. And that's just an Oko anyway. So that's good. So hopefully we can replicate that into game 2. Or game 3. Unlike week 1, where we just shat the bed, like, really bad. So I'll receive the opponent's league card. We'll play the same rules. That's cool. Oh yeah, this is a no Dynamax league, so you can see the Dynamax button there, but yeah, there's no Dynamaxing. We'll begin. We'll just go again. With what we've seen, how much do we want to change? I kind of want to bring like Azurill just for shit. Like, I just think that'd be very funny. Like, Growlithe's kind of just good versus, like, everything. I think Growlithe, Scraggy, Diglett are definitely to come. I'm gonna bring Azurill. I want to have some fun. I don't care if we lose. I just want to have some fun. I want Azurill to get some kills. So we know the Grookey's Drain Punch. The Grookey almost definitely has Grassy Glide as well. We know the Drifloon has, Protect and Trick. I'm assuming Shadow Ball. I don't know what 4th move it might want to run, though. It could be, like, Thunderbolt or something for, like, the Mantike that we have on our roster. And the Poipol's got Sludge Bomb. I think Poipol only really gets dual stab protect and then like filler move. Impidimp Drifloon, okay, so same lead from the Ob. So we got like the Growlithe Intimidate just straight off the turn 1. I don't think the Drifloon is gonna waste its time looking to kill the to trick the Azurill. So I think we can just go for a Body Slam on the Impidimp with Azurill. If the Impidimp looks to T-Wave something or Fake Out something, that's fine. So let's just go for the Protect to get that, yeah, thing out. Okay, so it did Fake Out Azurill. Okay. That's all good. Because we know he can't, like, Ghost Move the Azurill. It also means we're able to, like, switch up moves. But I could also see it switching. We could go for, like... We can go for, like, Crunch Body Slam into the Drifloon slot. That seems alright. Or, we could swap to Scraggy. And we can Body Slam Impidimp again. I prefer that. I think that's better. Because Growlithe will still be really nice for Grookey if Grookey is in the back. And we know there's no Fairy move on the Impidimp. Impidimp on the T-Wave. Yep, okay, cool. There's the Shadow Ball. That's the doubler to Growlithe. So we made a good play that turn going into the Scraggy there. The Scraggy should, like, take that fairly well. We're gonna Body Slam with the Azurill. And Azurill gets another KO in the league. Let's fucking go, Azurill. I love it. Absolute tier 4 mess. So what can come out here? Grookey can come out. Poipole can also come out. Jangmo-O or Pichu could also come out. Well, there's the Poipole. Okay. What can I do here, though? I can protect the Scraggy. No, actually, I'm gonna Fake Out the Poipole. And I'm gonna Body Slam the Poipole as well. Because I want to see how much damage this does. Because the Poipole's probably just gonna go straight for the kill on the Azurill. Oh, I see Wings its 4th move. Okay. Well, that's fine, because the speed doesn't really bother us too much. Oh, I want to see how much this Body Slam does. Holy shit! With the Para too? Azurill, you're a monster. Best tier 4 pick of my fucking life. I guess we crunch the Drifloon, and we just body slam the Poipole again. Because Drifloon, I don't think really hurts Azurill. It could go for Icy Wind again, and then Poipole like outspeeds. But we've got stuff in the back to cover it, so I'm not like too terrified. There's the Icy Wind, because the Scraggy will live that. So it's either the Poipole dies or the Drifloon dies, depending on what the Poipole wants to target. If it's fully paralyzed, like, we both live. Okay, that's... Okay, so the Azurill is down. Which I think is still just... It's very funny. Because it's an Azurill. But we got a kill. We got, like, a big damage and a big paralysis on the Poipole as well. The Poipole is faster than our Scraggy, because it is at -2. I think we've got to go Growlithe, though. Yeah, because there's the Grookey. So... Play here, I think... Because we gotta keep Drifloon alive. I think it's Operation try and take out Grookey. We can protect with Scraggy here, because we haven't revealed that yet. And they might be looking for that as an easy target to pick off. But if they fake out double the Growlithe, that's like also not a good look. I think doubling the Grookey is probably the way to go. Now having Protect on Growlithe sucks, because this would be definitely the Protect on Growlithe turn, for sure. Poipole is at -2. I don't think it's dead to Crunch, though. I think that's right. It just went for the Glide. Okay. That's cool. Because Diglett should be able to clean this up and win it out for us here. Because if this Flablet should KO. Yeah. Yeah. The Growlithe flipped that up. But it's poison, so, you know. Not too upset about that. Well, I mean, we got the win, essentially. Because, like, we've got Life Orb Diglett in the back. Diglett actually... Because we made the trade for Diglett, like, very late into the week, but I didn't realize we actually had it for this week. Having it for this week is actually, like, very, very, very big for us. Like, it actually helped, like, so much. Like, when I just looked at the team and saw that we had Diglett, it's like, oh, well, this is really, really good for us. Yeah, so we'll just go for the Crunch and Tantrum. That should be all they wrote. Poipole go for the Protect is smart, because it can slowly work its way towards getting a kill on Growlithe, and slowly sort of heal itself back. So I think you literally just spam Protect here for the differential. Like, I can't even be mad at that. That it's just the correct play. But the grassy terrain, keep us around for an extra turn. So it's still gonna go for the double, but I respect the double if the Poipole goes for it. Like, you absolutely have to. So we'll see what the Poipole wants to do. Like, I think it is a Protect turn. He definitely went for it, but the paralysis preventing it from moving happens eventually if the Yellow Magic kick it in, just towards the end of the game. And yeah, we did it. We won a week. Let's go us. So GG to Tiny Gambit King. Thank you for playing like an hour later. I do appreciate it. My sleeping schedule is still like just a bit fucked from coming back from Worlds, so being there within the hour was very generous of them. Like, I don't know what happens when there's late stuff otherwise, but yeah. we're 1-3 now, so we can move forward with a little bit more fighting spirit throughout the week. But I think we're definitely gonna keep bringing Azurill because Azurill's broken.